Alright, look, I'm finna be talking about why it's important to have your own space. Now, look, before we all got out of school and shit like that, the one thing that separates one person from another person is having their own space. Now what's going on is a whole lot of people who is used to being around people in the external, they are always in the external, always around a whole lot of people, is playing out where they all bored and shit. And it's playing out where every time you going on Instagram, you always see somebody fucking making a goddamn TikTok or some shit. Or TikTok, you wasting time. Anywho, but you always see somebody just trying to do some shit out of boredness or just out of just fear of themselves, because all them times they was in the external world, and you can't really blame them. But just hear me out though. All the time they spent in the external world, they just been in everybody else's space, and they never was in their own space. So when something like this happened, or Corona or some shit happened, now everybody got to get back in their own space, and it's playing out where and a lot of people can't get in their own space. I'm gonna repeat it again. A lot of people can't get in their own space, so it's gonna play out where you're gonna see a whole lot of motherfuckers going back to their ex. You're gonna see a whole lot of people trying to hang around fake people. Like, it's gonna be people that know these people ain't in their best interest, but they still gonna be hanging around them just because they feel alone or lonely or some shit. And they can even be treating them, but they just don't want to feel alone or some shit. Cause a whole lot of people, they don't know how to have their own space outside of school, outside of sports, outside of other shit. They got that one space that they, as I was saying though, my shit got interrupted, but they only got that one space that they have, and it's just that's just pretty much it. And then when it's gonna play out, well, when the situations like this that's going on, where they have to be forced in their own space, they're not gonna be able to handle that shit. They're not gonna be able to handle how they thoughts work. They're not gonna be able to handle how they own self. Fucking idiot. But nah, they're not even gonna be able to handle their own self and shit. So, but anyway, but creating your own space. Let me see how many minutes we in the video. But creating your own space, it keeps your originality. It keeps you who you is. When you in everybody else's space, you start turning into how they is and shit like that. And you don't want to be like that. So it's always important for you to have your own separate space, separated from people, places, and things. So this is how you really stand out. Now, hold on. But when you got your own space, you start standing out. When you in everybody else's space, you dim down. You just like everybody else. You ain't unique. You ain't original. You like that nigga right next to you. You ain't nothing interesting about you because you don't got your own space. But that's why. But it's many more reasons why I say, like, why I can go on about getting your own space. But I don't even feel like going on them reasons. But make sure you have your own space.